Right then guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to talk about another experience I had on Dartmoor. Now I know some of you would have heard this potentially on podcasts and different shows that I've been on, but I thought I would do a video for the channel and I would break down the stories that happened to me over Dartmoor into individual experiences, and then I'd throw them on a playlist on the channel. So I put a post out and asked what everyone's favourite things were, whether it would be 2-4 files, cryptid cases, whatever it would be. And my mate Kirsty commented and said that she enjoyed my personal experiences the most. So I said this would be the next video and probably the next 2 or 3 guys to do. So this, guys, is where I was based for about, well, I say maybe 10 months, maybe, and we were there training on something called Beat Up, and it was a course to get ready for the course and to pass the course. So it was pretty much a sequence of training, and it was all based here, which is on the Dartmoor National Park. And Dartmoor National Park, guys, is a very, very weird place in itself. You know, there's been reports of all sorts over the years: UFOs, weird sightings, cryptids, big cats. So there's been all number of things reported there over the years. Now, I didn't know this before I went there. At this time, I was still pretty much a big believer in everything that happened cryptid-wise in this instance, for this case, was still very much USA focused, America focused. So when I was there, I wasn't looking out for cryptids. I was looking out for big cats. I wasn't looking out for anything like that, which now looking back, I kick myself, because I wonder now, how much did I miss the potential there for experiences, for sightings. So that's a regret, right? But then, like I say, I didn't know about it back then, so that is what it is, I guess. So anyway, guys, so on this instance, what happened was one weekend, so it was on a Saturday, and it was late autumn getting into winter, so the weather on Dartmoor was never that good really, guys, but it was starting to get into the more severe weather on Dartmoor, and it was one of the lads' birthday, and we were getting ready to go down to Exeter, and we were going for a night out. But we were starting early, like we always did in the army, and it would have been around about midday, guys. We were all getting ready, and the training sergeant comes in and says, "Look, lads, search and rescue have been on the phone. There's a runner who's lost out on the moor, and because we're out on the moor every day, sometimes for 2-3 weeks at a time, and we knew like the back of our hand, they'd asked if we could help facilitate the search and rescue. More people means he gets found quicker." And like I say, we had the experience, the expertise on there. So we gets changed in our uniform, gets the patrol order and everything like that. And we set out onto the moor, and we were in twos. And I won't say anyone's name, guys, because I haven't spoken to the guys who were involved in it. I don't know whether they want to be involved in this. I think some of us are still in the military, and I don't think they would want to be associated, even though it's true. I don't think they want to be associated with it, because you know all the stigma that comes with these types of things. So anyway, we set off in twos and went out there that long, guys. Pretty much me and the guy I was out with were out there for maybe an hour and a half at the most, and comes over the radio that the runner had been found, and he'd been found by two different lads from our group, and they were helping him get back to the camp where the ambulance and all that type of stuff was, yeah. So comes on radio, "Right, boys, we've found him, head back to camp, it's over and done with." So we're like, happy days. So gets our way back camp, everyone's in the barracks, and it was just like a big dorm room really, guys, and there was maybe 20 bunk beds in there, and it was just like one big room. So we're all in there getting changed, ready to get for a shower and go back to get ready to go over Exeter. And as I'm getting ready, the 2 guys who had found the gentleman, the runner, who broke his ankle, said to me, Andy, you need to go down there and have a chat to that guy we just found. And I said to him, why would I want to go and talk to him? And a bit of context to you guys is the lads knew I was into weird stuff. So I think at the time I was reading maybe The Mothman Prophecies by John Keel, and I used to watch a lot of ghost stuff there. I used to read a lot of ghost books. That's originally how I got into the phenomena. Yes, anyway, so the lad said, look, you need to go down there. I didn't talk to that guy. And I said, why? And they said, well, when we found him, he said that this big hairy man had found him, covered him with moss and leaves and mud to keep him warm and to keep him safe until help arrived. And then it walked off. And I was like, what? So I've bawled out of the barracks, ran down the hill to where the ambulance that was. The guy's gone. And so I walked back up to the back rooms and I said, what on earth? You're going to have to give me some more context now, guys. Tell me what on earth happened here. So they'd been going on, if memory serves, guys, it was Culver Steps on Dartmoor, and they were walking down there and they'd stopped for a drink, and one of the lads had dropped his water bottle and it had rolled down a couple of the steps and over to the side, near where the stream would have been, and it's stopped. And when the lads picked up, he's touched the foot of the gentleman. And when they've looked, he was totally concealed, guys. The lads said, world-class camouflage concealment job. You could not see him at all. And they said if we'd have carried on walking, we never ever would have known that the man was there. It was only because the water bottle hit his foot. Donnie the lad then went over to pick his water bottle up and hit the foot. And then they found the gentleman. So then obviously when they've scraped all the stuff off him, the two lads have said to him, why on earth have you covered yourself up like this to stop us finding you? And that's when he then proceeded to tell them that a big hairy man had covered him over with moss and leaves and mud and to keep him safe. And then he left. And then obviously an hour and a half later, whatever, the lads had arrived and found him, luckily. And he had a broken ankle, and they'd obviously take him down to the ambulance, and the way the guy went, I think he was all right. So that, guys, is a probably second-hand witness encounter with a guy that reckons he was saved by a big hairy man, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, the green man, woodwhorse, whatever you want to call them here in the UK. I've never ever heard, guys, of anything else that cryptid-wise on Dartmoor. All my time there, I never saw a cryptid, and I still haven't seen a cryptid. I've never seen a big cat. Although when we were there, you couldn't. Every day we would be out in the train area, and every day, guys, you would see maybe 5 or 6 sheep that had been taken, and they were just bones scattered everywhere. You would see the odd, what I assume was deer. You would see rabbit. You would see all sorts on there, guys, from all the animals that were there. So, like I said, in hindsight, could that have been a big cat? Potentially. I don't know, because like I said, I didn't even know they existed on Dartmoor back then. It wasn't something I was interested in. Like I say, it was mainly paranormal investigating back then. It was only pretty much since Dartmoor that my interest in cryptids and the phenomena in the UK really skyrocketed. And then I started looking at other things, and then it wasn't until 2013 when I seen my UFO that wasn't even in the UK, which was then my interest in the UFOs and UAPs came to being, and then that kind of brought me full circle, and I will look at everything. And I'm interested in everything, albeit the cryptids are my favourite subject. So don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Please comment down below and let me know what you think. And I still reply to every comment, guys. I appreciate the support. And I am on so this video go out today, guys, which is Tuesday. And tomorrow I am on the Mysteries and Monsters podcast. So if that is live, guys, I will send you a link out to it so you can watch it live. If not, I'll put a link up later on when it's finished, and then you can go watch the video. So thanks again, guys, and I'll see you at the next one.